This is huge as the Chicago Bulls come back from as much as 19 points down to beat the San Antonio Spurs. We're going to be talking about the key takeaways from tonight's game. This is your host, Rico Greenhowe, and welcome to another episode of Bulls Digest. So today, the Chicago Bulls take care of the San Antonio Spurs 114 to 110, and this was a game in which the Chicago Bulls trailed for just the vast majority of the game until the fourth quarter, working their way back from 19 points down to ultimately secure this game. And there were some big performances from Zach LaVine, Coby White, Vooch. We're going to be talking about that here in a moment, but this was a great team win for the Chicago Bulls and a great way for them to just really come together after, I think, a huge night last time out against the New York Knicks. We knew the emotion that was in the building with it being Derrick Rose night, and so it was good to see that the Chicago Bulls were able to pull this one out. And so let's go ahead and jump into the box score and look at the key takeaways from the game. And so let us start with, I think, the MVP of the night for me. I mean, this is tough, but I've got to give it to Coby White because of just the vicious dunk at the end. I mean, that was just nasty if you got a chance to watch it. There was a play in which Coby White, full speed, full on at the rim, and just cocks it back and dunks it over Wembanyama. That was a great play, so I got to give it to him because of that, especially since he had been getting his shot blocked. So that was great to see. And so Coby White, look, he was super aggressive tonight, getting downhill to the basket. You see that he was 9 of 18 from the field. He was 3 of 6 from the three-point line. He hit a big couple three-point shots in this game. And Coby White was just fearless. It was the Coby White that we saw last season. And I just think that he's really turned a page. He might be ready to go ahead and just really break out for this season. But 23 points, 4 assists. He had 4 steals. He had 2 rebounds. And he had a +7. So next up, the next MVP of the night, it was Zach LaVine. And I just, like I said, I had to give it to Coby White first because of that amazing dunk. But look, Zach LaVine was just special tonight. And I think that he's been incredible this season. I commend him for the way that he's carried himself this season, him and Vooch, with all the narratives going around. And Zach LaVine has just come in and he's just handled business. And again, he has another great game. 35 points. He had 8 assists. He had 10 rebounds. He had 1 steal. He was +13 in the plus-minus box score. He led us there. Only a couple turnovers tonight. 3 of 6 from the three-point line. 13 of 25 from the field. And I mean, he hit some big shots down the stretch, got some big rebounds too. And so wanted to see him get the triple-double, but Zach LaVine was huge tonight. Next up, Vooch. And so Vooch was definitely in there, and he certainly would be another MVP for us tonight. I love just the fact that Vooch continued to press the paint because the shot was not falling from deep tonight. 2 of 9, as you see, but still 10 of 22. And he gave Wembanyama a series of fakes and hit a nice little jump hook in the lane. And so I loved Vooch. I loved him staying with it tonight. 24 points. 3 assists, 11 rebounds. He had 3 assists, or excuse me, 3 assists, I already said that, but he had 1 steal. He was +3 in the plus-minus box score. And Vooch also, too, with this double-double, I believe now he's top 5 in Chicago Bulls history with double-doubles. And so congratulations to Vooch. So next up, just with Patrick Williams. So Patrick Williams, look, he did hit some three-point shots tonight, but unfortunately, I mean, it just only the 1 rebound, the 3 assists. He did have a steal. He had 1 block. He was +6 tonight. Wanted to see, Patrick Williams be a little bit more assertive at times, but still did come up with double figures. Would have liked to see him get some more rebounds tonight, but he did knock down some three-point shots. Started off well. Next up, with Josh Giddey. And so Josh Giddey, he struggled from the field tonight. He was 3 of 12, 0 of 2 from 3. He had 6 points. He had 3 assists. He had 7 rebounds. He did have 2 steals, and he had 1 block. He was -2 in the plus-minus box score. He did play 31 minutes, And I must say, out of the blocks that we had today, Josh Giddey had one of the best blocks out there. And so I know that he didn't have necessarily the offensive game that you wanted, but I did, again, like the fact that he's out there competing on the defensive end. And I think that he's just getting better out there. Even though it was a tough shooting night tonight, I still like some of the things that I saw from him. So next up with the bench. And so with the bench, look, I think that we got some great stuff from Jalen Smith tonight. 9 points, 8 rebounds, an assist for him, 2 blocks, and +1 in the plus-minus box score. The effort play. There was one effort play where Wemby blocked him like 2 or 3 times. He still went up. He got fouled. He eventually went to the free throw line and knocked down some shots there. So the motor was high for Jalen Smith. Modest Buzelis, look, even though he is a -3, even though he did not shoot the basketball well, didn't score a point in this one, the 2 blocks, and that right there, again, shows a sign of growth with Modest Buzelis. Defensively, he's already at a level that I'm definitely impressed with as a rookie, and I can just only imagine how much better he's going to get as he gets stronger. And also, too, as he starts to get the minutes, I know that the offense is going to come along. And so even though Modest didn't score tonight, I was very encouraged with what I saw there on the defensive end. He played 12 minutes. Julian Phillips, he had 0 points today. He had an assist and a rebound. He was -4. Dalen Terry at -8. In the plus-minus box score, THT, he did not play, so DNP for him. So he did not get into the game. And then Lonzo, he was huge tonight. Even though he had 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, just a +7. But the steal that he had and the throw ahead to LaVine, just defensively, he was all over the place today. And Zoe is just the type of guy that he's just all the way back. And I love the fact that he continues to help this team just be an impact on the floor, even when he is not scoring. So Zoe was huge for us off the bench tonight. So next, let's just go ahead and jump into the team box score. Look at some of the key takeaways from that. And so, look, the Spurs win in the rebounding totals 49-47. Next up, as far as the turnover battle, the Chicago Bulls do a good job here. The Spurs actually got very loose with the basketball. They had 17 turnovers compared to our 13, so that was good to see. Fast breaks, the Chicago Bulls win that 19-15 there. As far as the points in the paint, this was probably the most interesting stat, I think, out of the box score for me, was that the fact that the Bulls won this 54-40 as far as points in the paint. You would think that with Wemby, maybe they would have dominated there, but really the Spurs were pretty perimeter based. And I know in the first half, they were catching lobs and stuff like that, but the Chicago Bulls did a great job as far as getting into the paint. Credit Coby White and these guys for getting downhill and continuing to attack, even though they were getting their shots blocked today. The Spurs, as far as block shots, they led that category by far, 12-4 there. As far as the steals, the activity, the Bulls were there. They were in the passing lane pretty much all night. I talked about Zoe, talked about Coby White and his efforts with the steals, so 12-8 there with the Bulls. And then as far as the assist total, 25 for the Bulls as far as assists are concerned. The field goal percentage, that really tells the story of the night too. I talked about how this came down to the end really in the fourth quarter where the Chicago Bulls eventually pushed ahead of the Spurs. But you can tell from the field goal percentage, not a whole bunch of difference between the two teams. 43.1 for the Bulls and 33.3 as far as threes. And then with the Spurs, 46.3 from the field. And then they had a 32.6 from 3 there. So not a huge difference in discrepancy there. Free throws, Bulls 13 of 15 from the line. The Spurs 7 of 12 here. And so the Chicago Bulls take care of business today. Like I said, it took them till the very end to get this one. And this was a great win for the Chicago Bulls to come back, like I said, after an emotional night with Derrick Rose night. And so it was good to see that the Chicago Bulls did not lay an egg tonight. And Wemby, he is just going to be a generational player. I know that, I personally have got a chance to watch him in person. In fact, got a chance to watch him in his rookie debut. And so, look, Wemby is tough. And so this was good to see because he almost had a triple-double with 3 blocks, which was wild. And so, I mean, not 3 blocks, but with 10 blocks. I'm sorry. He almost had a triple-double with 10 blocks, and the rest of the things that he had going on in the stat sheet tonight where he stuffed it, he almost had a triple-double. And so, look, for the Bulls to overcome that, that was great. Let me know what the key takeaways are for you out of tonight's game as the Chicago Bulls win. Just want to thank everybody out there for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the content. It means a lot to us here in Bulls Digest as we try to reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the NBA season out there. And wanted to let you know about 68.3% of you that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure that you go ahead, slam dunk on that subscribe button for me, just like Coby White did tonight. And look, guys, even though the Chicago Bulls get a great win tonight, as I always say, man, hopefully this team can continue to build upon this young talent. They do it the right way and continue to build this team back into a contender, right? That's what we want to see. And so go Bulls, and I will see you on the next one. All right, peace.